Yesterday's class we have done the setup. Right. Today's class we'll see. Right. Directly we will create a Maven project itself. Right. We will not create any other type of project. Directly we will in the companies what type of project Maven project they will create. Right. What is the quickly I will tell you what is the difference between the right a normal Java project. Right. Right. Maven project. What is the difference between these things? Okay. Right. If you want to work with Selenium, right? If you want to work with the Selenium, what are the things we require? Right. Suppose I am working on a normal Java project. Suppose I have created. Now what I have to do? Right. I have to create. Right. I have to create structure manually. Right. I have to create the project structure. Right. I have to create a project structure manually, and I have to download. Right. I have to download dependencies. Right. Right. Dependencies manual. Right. I have to build. Right. If I want to build the project, I have to integrate. Write some Ant script or something. I need to write. I have to write it. Otherwise, we cannot build the project. Right. These are the things we have to do manually if we create a normal Java project. But if you create a Maven project, whatever the right restrictions in the normal project we have, all those things we can avoid. It will create automatically project structure. It will download dependencies automatically. It will we can build by using the Maven. We can build the our project easily. Right. That is the advantages of Maven project over the Java project. Right. These are all right. Maven is like it is a build tool. Right. Under dependency management tool. Right. Then how to create that Maven project? What it will happen? Right. Okay. We'll see. Alright, once we open Eclipse, it will be the editor looks like, right? Eclipse editor. Alright, then in the left panel directly we can get create Maven project. One thing from here we can create a new project. Right, this is the one way. Or if you have already Maven project, right? If you are joining the company, they have a already project, right? We no need to create. In that case, we can import. Right, we have to go import Maven existing Maven project. Right, we can go to next. We can have to give that from the Git we will clone it. Right, the same thing. We have to give that path. It will import it. Right, here we will create a new Maven project. This is the one way, and we can go to right, file new. On top, it will show Maven project. Right, if it is show, you can directly click on it. You can create the Maven project. Otherwise, sometimes it will not show. Then what we have to do? Go to other. Right, file, new, go to other, and then here we can search for the right. We can search for the Maven. Right, we can search for the Maven project. Just click on the next. You can select the create a simple Maven project. Right, you can select the checkbox. Right, where you want to store. Right, you can leave it wherever workspace location previously we have created, or you can create right if you want to. Usually workspace and project will be different location. It's always better to give workspace location. Our project location should be different. Right. Suppose if workspace is corrupted or something by mistake you deleted, our projects also will be deleted. So Eclipse, it's better always workspace directory and project directory always better to keep separate. Right, fine that. Next, then here coming to, we have to give the group ID artifact ID. Right, what is group ID and artifact ID? Usually group ID is like I am working for some company. Usually, suppose I am working for a Google. Right, usually we will give in the reverse direction. Google.com is com.google. Right, Microsoft. All right, we will give company name artifact group ID usually. Right, I will give as something form.selenium. Right. Artifact ID is like a project name. right? You are working for some project that is right. Suppose a banking project, right? It will have some project has some name, right? Usually every project will have some name. We can give that project name. Suppose I am giving here Selenium Drive. Okay, that's it. Those two are enough. Right, just this version always were 0 point, right? In testing point of view, we will not worry about it. Just keep as it is, this version and the package. Right, what is happening? Invalid project description for the project. Selenium kindly. Invalid project description. What is invalid project description? Okay, okay, remove the. Okay, maybe due to underscore or something that is giving. Just avoid the special characters. Well, okay. Now, right, if you see by default, structure is created automatically. Right, we no need to worry about it. SRC main Java, main resource, test Java, test resources. Right. Usually, right, SRC main Java, we will keep all the framework code. Right, right, framework code, we will keep it under SRC main Java. Test Java, our test cases, page cases. Right, pages, test, we will write under SRC test Java. Right, main resources, we will not keep anything. Under text resources, other than Java files, right? We will have Excel files, JSON files, right? Test in the suite files, right? Other than Java files, all we will keep it under SRC test resources. And pages and text, we will write SRC test Java. Framework code, we will write under SRC main Java. Right here, if you observe, JDK is showing as a 1.8 by default, right? We are using 1. Right, we are using 21, right? Then next thing, after creating the, we'll see that after creating the project, Maven project, what is the next step? Right, come to our POM, very, very important file, right, in the Maven project, POM.xml file. Right, what it contains, right, it will have a XML tags. Right, these are all XML tags. It will have a start tag, end tag. Right, start and end tag. If you want to increase the font, suppose, right, if you want to increase the font of it, right, we can go to window preferences. Right, just go to font, colors and fonts. You can click on it. Right, basic text font. Double click on it. Just we can increase. Right, plain close. It will increase. Right, it will have a XML text. Alright, then it will have a model. What is the model version? We no need to change anything. Group ID, whatever we have given, artifact ID version. Right, it will. These are all XML tags. Start tag, end tag. End tag will have a slash. Right, end tag will have a slash. Right, now what is the one more thing? Here important thing is dependencies. Right, one more important thing is dependencies. What is the dependencies we require? One is the Selenium. Right, one is the Selenium we require. We are right. Let me, okay. Next one is we require a dependencies. What are dependencies? Right. For my project, what are the dependencies we require? Dependencies means what? Suppose this is my project. Suppose. All right. This is my project. All right. And now I want to work with Selenium. Right. Selenium means I required someone implemented Selenium. All right. Someone implemented Selenium. They have created a jar. All right. They have created a jar file. Right. Jar file. Right. What is jar file? It is a right a collection of something. Collection of Java files. Right. A collection of Java files. Right. It will contain a dot class files. Right, it will contain a dot class files. Right, someone created some right Java project. They have created a jar file like zip file. Right, in our file, if you want to share right multiple PDF files. Right, if you want to share multiple PDF files to right other people, how we will share? We cannot directly share our PDF files directly. Right, we will zip it and share it. Similarly, someone created Selenium. They have created Java files. They have jar file in the right in the Java world. Instead of zip, we will call it as a jar. Right, it is a collection of a dot class files. Right, now we are using those Java files in our project. Right, in our project we will include that Selenium, and then we will reuse those classes. Right, we will reuse those by using those classes. We will do the automation. Right, Selenium will support web automation. So we will do by using Selenium. We will do web automation. Similarly, testing. Right, this is one more right dependency. That is a jar file. Right, we will add that dependency to our project. We will get the features of testing. Right, we will get the features of the testing. Right, like this, someone is implemented those features we are using in our project. Similarly, whatever, right, tomorrow you want to extend reports, right, or you want to read the Excel file, you want to read the JSON file, you want to generate the loggers, right, those related, corresponding related libraries, right, dependency file we have to add to our project, right, simple. Someone is created, we are using it. Right, how to use it in Maven project? There is a right in the dependencies. We have to write the dependencies tag. Then we have to get that jar file. How to get it? Right, just we need to add the dependency of it. Right, right. Just we can go to google.com. Which dependency I want? First one is I want Selenium. Right, Selenium Maven dependency. Right. Directly we can open Maven repository.com. Right. We can also open directly Maven repository.com. There we can search for the Selenium. Right. What is the latest version of Selenium? Right. 4.32.0. Right. Just click on it. Right. Copy this dependency. Right. Copy this dependency. Paste it in inside your dependency. Inside dependencies. Right. Inside dependencies. Just add that. Right, once you save it, right, it will download automatically. So, right, it will download. It will start download dependency. Right, what it will do in the Maven? Right, what it will do in the Maven? There is a some concept is called right. How it will download? Suppose right, this is our project. Right, here concept is called one more local repository, remote repository. Right, this is our code. This is our project, and then we will have a local repository and a remote repository. Right, a remote repository. Right, remote repository. Now, our project requires a Selenium dependency. Right, we are adding Selenium dependency. What it will do first, it will verify in the local repository. Right, first it will verify in the local repository whether Selenium dependency is there or not. If it is not available, what it will do? It will interact with the remote repository. Right, that is Maven repository.com. Right, remote repository.com. Remote repository it will go. It will download from the remote repository to local repository. Right, it will download and it will add to our project. It will add to our project. Suppose tomorrow you are creating one more project in our system. Right, in our system you are creating one more project. Project two. Suppose. Now, similarly here also I required a Selenium dependency. Now what will happen? Right. First, it will verify local repository. It's already available, Selenium. So it will get from the local repository direct, right? Not from the remote. Directly it will get. If it is not available, then it will go to remote repository. It will download to local and then project. But how to see the local repository? Right. But how to see where is the local repository? Right. Remote repository means this one, mavenrepository.com. Some companies will have it their own servers. Right. We are practicing our local, so from the internet it will download. Right. Mavenrepository.com. But some companies, due to restrictions, right, security reasons, what they will do, they will maintain their own repository. Right. They have a something Nexus, they will call an Nexus repository. There will be a multiple. They own company secured repository. From there it will download. Right. From there it will download. Right. In our case, it will download from remote repository. Then how to see the this local repository, right? You can go to C drive, right? You can go to C drive, then users, you can go to your name, right? Whatever your name. Then here you have to go to .m2, .m2, right? .m2, right? This is called, right? Here it will be, there is a repository folder, right? This is called the local. First it will download here, local repository. Then how to verify this is downloaded or not, right? This is downloaded. We have to follow the some structure, right? What is the structure we have to follow? org, right? We have to follow. This is the folder name, right? org is the folder name. Search for org, right? org, right? Then Selenium HQ, right? Selenium HQ, and then next folder Selenium, right? Under that again, this is one more artifact ID is the one more folder. What is that? Selenium Java. We have to search for the Selenium Java, where it is here. Then next one is our version. Right, what is the version? 4.32.c. It is download. Here jar file is there. Executable jar. Right, it is download. This jar file, it will come and add to our project. Right, how can I see in the Maven dependencies? There is a Maven dependencies. If you extract see, we have added just Selenium Java dependencies. See, it is added these many jar files. Right, but if you create a normal Java project, right, it is very difficult to remember all these names. Right, it will download internal dependencies automatically. If we add main dependency, internal dependencies, it will download automatically. Right, we no need to worry about it. But if we create a normal Java project, you have to manually download all those things and add to the project. Right, it is very difficult. Right, one more dependency, we will add it as a test engine dependency. Okay, for now, Selenium and test engine are fine. Let's just add the test engine. Right, click on that. What is the latest version? 7.11.0. Copy. Right, just remove the scope tag. We don't require the scope tag. Okay, just save it. It will download automatically. Right, right. CSC, it is added. Test engine jar. Right, these two are fine now. Right, we have created the Maven project and added dependency. But one more thing, we have to add it as a C. Our project still pointing to 1.8 Java version. Right, I want to make sure it should always point to 21. Right, I want to make sure that it should point always 1.8, 21. Right, what I can do, right click, build path, configure build path. Right, then go to libraries. Right, you can click on 1.8 edit. Right, previously we have added, right, already. If you right, we can click on the install JREs. Yesterday's class I have told you how to add it. Right, click on the add and then select the Java home. Right, then select that checkbox. Click on apply. Right, then select that one. Right, this is the JRE. Right, that is the JDK. Apply. Right. But the problem is right. But the problem is suppose if I try to sometimes right, what will happen if I clean? Suppose how to clean the run as we can clean the project, we can install the project, we can execute the test cases. Right click run as clean. Suppose sometimes what will happen again? It will point to 1.8. Right now it is fine. Right, if you do the sometimes what will happen? It will point to again default JDK. Right. To avoid that one, to make sure always it will point to 21 only. Right. We have to add the plugins. Right. We have to add the plugins. Right. I think build. First we have to add the build and then project build project. I think my project or build. We'll see. Suppose I don't know. Right. What to add. Right. Then what we can directly go to Google. Right. We can Maven compiler plugin. Right. We can add the Maven compiler plugin. Right. We can compiler using. Right. We have a first project, then build, and then plugin. Right. We have to follow the structure first as a project and then build. Right. Project. We have to add the start and end tag both. Right. Inside a project, we have to add the build. Okay. Now what is the error here? Multiple markers. Project is invalid. Oh, sorry. Already project is there, right? My bad. Right. Project is already we have build, then plugins. Right. Just copy these plugins. Inside a build, just copy the plugins. Right. Don't require all these things. But here we have to tell to the project I am using JDK 21. How to tell? There is a configuration. Right. Maven source and target. We can give the what is the source version and target version in the configuration. Right, we can copy the compiler plugin, we can tell 20. If it is a 1.8 means 1.8. Right, 17 means 17. After 1.8, we are using directly 20, 17, 21, 22 like this. Right, just give that 21. So that every time, right, what will happen? It will make sure that our project is using JDK 20. Right, fine. This is the one thing we have to take care. Right, we need to create the project, Maven project, and then add the dependencies required for our project, and then one is compilable. For now, these are enough. Going forward, we will see if any required, we will add to this. Right now, after that, right? Okay, we'll see how to create on browsers. Right now, I want to execute on Chrome, Firefox, Edge. Right, how to create. Right. We'll create a simple right from starting onwards we will do with the test engine only so that we will habituate usage of test engine. Don't use any main class. Execute it. In real time we will not use the main class to execute anything. Now how to create the one more thing I think I forget. If I want to integrate test engine, Right. If you want to work with the TestNG, we have to install the TestNG plugin. Right. How to install the TestNG plugin? Go to Help, Eclipse Marketplace. Right. Go to Eclipse Marketplace, and then based on the network, it will take some time. We just have to wait for some time. Right, in the find tag, right? Search for the TestNG. Just type TestNG, press enter. Right, it will come. Right, I already installed, so it is showing installed. In your case, if it is not installed, just click on the install. Right, click on the install. It will pop up. It will give the pop-ups. It will give the pop-up. Just select those pop-ups, and it will ask for the restart and restart the Eclipse. Right, wants to restart the Eclipse. Right, that's it. We have it. Right, download the latest Eclipse, follow the yesterday's class and do the same thing. Right, don't use older Eclipse. Sometimes, will not work plugin. Okay, fine then. Then we will create a simple class. Right, let me create it as a Chrome test. Right, under test under SRC test Java, we are creating. If you want to create a more generic, we'll see that later. Right, just we will create a test engine tag. We will use the test engine support here at the rate test. Right, if I want to run any program, either by using main method we have to use or any other tool, either JUnit or test engine we need to use. Right, test engine has a more feature. Right, if you don't know about the test engine, right, I have already classes in my YouTube channel. You can go to that playlist. Right, I have explained in detail. If anyone don't know about the testing. Right, then at the right test, then just we have to give the method. Right, suppose just I will give Chrome test. Right, just import it. Right, from the test engine we have to import. Sometimes by default you will try import with JUnit. Right, JUnit also have the same name. Right, if you import with JUnit, you try to run with right click run as a test engine, it will not show. Right, we will confuse why it is not showing. Right, we have to see import should be correct. It should be from the test engine only. Right, sometimes we will get Maven issues. Right, sometimes we will get the Maven issues. Right, just right click and run as install. Right, you can click on the install or and also you can go to project. Right, you can go to project install. Once you do the install, it should be success. Right, right, it will be success and just refresh it. Right click and refresh. And still, if you see any errors, just go to project, right, clean, clean the project. Right, do these things, it will right remove all those compilation issues if we have. Okay, then Chrome test. Now, suppose if you want to simply launch the Chrome browser, right? How to in Selenium 3? If you have idea about the Selenium 3, what we have to do? There are two ways to launch the in Selenium 3, we have two ways to launch the browser, right? We have a set property, right? We have to first we have to what we have to do? Download ChromeDriver. We have to download the ChromeDriver and we have to set the property, right? We have to give that set property, right? Chrome WebDriver.chrome.driver. We have to set that property, driver property, and then create the driver instance. Create a driver. And also, right, what is happening here every time when our browser is updated, we have to download the latest ChromeDriver. Right. When our browser is updated, we have to download the latest driver. Right. We have to do manual steps. Few manual steps we have to do. To avoid that one, in Selenium 3 only, we have introduced a one more jar file. Dependency we need to add WebDriver Manager. WebDriver Manager. What it will do? It will download automatically whatever browser version is there. It will download automatically corresponding driver. We no need to download manually and keep it in our right somewhere and set the property. We don't require. WebDriver Manager will take automatically download and set the property. So just we need to use the WebDriver Manager and then create the driver. This is the in Selenium 3, these two ways we are using. But in Selenium 4, right, in Selenium 4, now we don't require, right, we don't require to download, we don't require to use the WebDriver Manager. Selenium 4 itself has a right, right driver manager. Right, it has a inbuilt manager. Right, inbuilt Selenium 4 introduces a inbuilt driver manager. So it will download, it will take care of downloading latest driver. It will take care of latest driver. Just we need to create the driver. That's it. Right, we no need to do anything. Just create the driver. Right, and just create the driver. That's it. Right, that is a just a overview. Selenium 3 and 4. How we will create. Now, how to create the Chrome right? If I want to execute my scripts on the Chrome driver, Chrome browser, right? Chrome browser means, right? Selenium will provide, we have added a Selenium dependency, right? Selenium jar file. Selenium jar file will contain multiple. We can also see, we can expand the Maven, right? Dependencies, right? And the Selenium Java API. Right, we can also expand that, right? We can see what are the classes it is available, right, in the Selenium. These classes only we are using it. By using these classes, we are right automating the test cases. Right, we require what is that to execute? I required Chrome drive. Right, if I want to execute my scripts on the Chrome browser, right, I required a Chrome drive. I have to create the object of right. I have to create the object class name, variable object name. Right? We can give any name equal to new keyword and then again class name. And what is the class name? ChromeDriver. End with semicolon. Right, just I have created ChromeDriver. That's it. Right, you can right click run as test and test. What will happen? Right, it should open Chrome browser. It will automatically detect whatever version we have, browser version. Same driver, it should download and then it will open the browser. See, it is opening browser. Alright, here a lot of people will confuse. Alright, if we call the driver dot get method, then only it will open the browser. No, if we create the object, it will create. If we create the object, it will open the browser, empty browser. It will open the empty browser. That's it. Right, fine. Now we can create a one more is Firefox. So instead of creating multiple classes, what I will do, I will rename. Suppose if I want to rename this test, I will rename it as a driver test. Okay, driver test. Just mouse over, rename the file. Right, rename the file to driver test. Right, rename it. That's it. Now we will create what I will do same test case copy and paste it. Right, we can create a Firefox. Right, Firefox test. If I want to execute my scripts on the Firefox, what I have to do? I have to create the object of Firefox driver. Right, Firefox driver equal to new Firefox driver. Right, these are all classes. So we can create the object for Chrome driver, Firefox driver. Right, now if you want to execute, click on the run, or otherwise you can just select and right click run. Right, if you click on directly file, it will run all the two test cases. If you want to run only single test case, select it and run it. Or here run button, you are run right? You are able to see, you can click on run, it will run. Okay, fine. Chrome will take a little time. Right. Meanwhile, we will see EdgeDriver. Right. Internet Explorer support Windows has stopped already. Right. Already it will not support IE. Right. Only Chrome, Firefox, Edge. Right. Edge test support. Right. What is the class for Edge? If we want to execute EdgeDriver. Right. EdgeDriver. New EdgeDriver. Okay. Still it is taking time. Right, sometimes it will take time just to what close it, all right, and just run it again. Right, just run it again. All right, based on the right, some systems maybe it will be very fast. All right, some systems may be very slow due to your configuration. Right, see, it is Selenium Manager is already running. Right, whenever we will run the script, Selenium Manager will run it with it will check for the latest latest browser version and it will download corresponding driver. Right, sometimes right, see, my CPU is 95%. Okay, it will work on it. Just I am closing this one. I will try to run on Edge. Right, Firefox is taking longer time. Right, see, it is open very fast Edge because right, just it will open the empty browser. That's it. Right, if we create the object of any browser, first it will launch the empty browser. That's right. Now just we will see the in interviews sometimes right they will ask right what is the hierarchy of the web drive, right? Hierarchy of the web drive. Right, we can just control and click on the Chrome driver. Right, Chrome driver will extend Chromium driver. Chromium driver will extend a remote driver. Remote driver will extend web driver. Web driver will extend search. Search context is the root, right? Topmost interface. This is the interface. Right. Right. We will search context. Right. Topmost. Right. It is the interface. Right. It has a find elements. Find element method. Right. It has a find element. Find elements. Right. Sometimes they may ask what it contains. Such element. Such context. Such context interface will contain find element. Find elements. Right. Then coming to next one is WebDriver interface. Right. It will contain. Suppose right. It will have a web. Right. WebDriver interface. Interface to interface, we will use the extend. Sometimes we will confuse about it. Right. Interface to interface. This is the right inheritance concept. Right. Interface, if you want to extend one more interface, we will use the extends. We will use the extends keyword. Right. Interface to interface. Right. Next, coming to what is the remote WebDriver? WebDriver implement remote web. Right. Remote WebDriver is the class. Remote WebDriver is the class. Right. It will implement WebDriver. Right. It will implement right here. Here it will come implements actually. Right. Here it will come extends. A simple thing. If class to class, interface to interface, we will use extends. Right. Right. A remote WebDriver will have like again for Chromium WebDriver. Here we will come into picture multiple things. Right. Chromium driver, then Chromium driver will have again. Right. It will have again ChromeDriver. Right. Chrome. Right. ChromeDriver. Then what else? What drivers will you extend? Firefox. If you see Firefox directly extend a remote WebDriver. Firefox directly extends a remote WebDriver, not a Chromium driver. Right, directly it will extend directly. Right, and then EdgeDriver. Edge is also like a Chromium based driver. Right, so Chrome driver and Firefox driver will extend Chromium driver, and then Firefox will directly. What else we have? Right, we can see the classes of it. Right, it is inside a EdgeDriver class. Suppose if I want to see, right, maybe Safari, right, how the Safari we can execute only on Mac machine, or if we have a cloud, you can execute cloud. Right, Safari will extend, right, a remote. Safari will extend directly a remote web driver. Right, a Safari driver also will extend directly a remote web driver. Right, we can explain like the search context is the topmost interface. Right, then WebDriver, then remote WebDriver. Remote WebDriver will have a child class. Alright, we have a Firefox driver. Chrome and Edge will extend again Chromium driver. And Firefox Safari will directly extends WebDriver, remote WebDriver. Right, these are all the inheritance concept. Alright, simple inheritance concept. Right, this is the hierarchy of the our WebDriver. Right. Right. If anyone has any questions. Alright. Tomorrow we will start with the different types of comments. We'll start with today. If anyone has any questions, you can.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, yes, please.
Yeah, so I heard one concept of WebDriver manager. So how can we apply on like in
Right,
this
that
code?
is only I told you, right? Selenium
Uh-huh.
3. If you follow Selenium 3, right, we
Selenium.
are using Selenium. Selenium 4, we don't require to use anything.
Uh-huh.
We don't require anything. Automatically, Selenium has a Selenium manager.
Okay.
Inbuilt, it has a Selenium manager. It will take care of downloading latest drivers. If we use the Selenium 3, then you need to two approaches, right? Approach one is we can download the driver and set the path. Right. Approach one is we can download manually and set the path. Approach two is you can use the WebDriver manager to download automatically.
In Selenium 3.
Right. If we are going to use the Selenium 3, we have to follow either approach one, approach two. Mostly we will use the approach two. WebDriver
Oh,
manager, then it will take care of automatically. In Selenium for what they have done, they have created their own manager, Selenium people. So we don't require any WebDriver manager concept. Right, we don't require. WebDriver is a third party one. Someone created a dependency, we can use it. It will take care of downloading automatically. But in Selenium for Selenium people itself, they have created Selenium manager. So we no need to use that WebDriver manager. We don't require. It will take care of. Selenium manager will take care of.
Okay.
Right. Anyone has any other questions? Okay. Then in the next class, then we will see. We'll start with the all right.